Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. I know that Tash told you guys just now we'll be chatting about the THA budget, but before we do that, we want to chat some more about alternatives to flour, at least to wheat flour. And this morning, I want to welcome back to the show the owner of Harry's Natural Products, Miss Kisha Henry. Harry, sorry, oh gosh. Kisha Harry, good morning to you. Welcome back.
Good morning to you, Rokas, and thanks for having me once again.
How are you
Thanks
doing
to
this
TTT.
morning?
I'm doing fine.
All right, so we know everybody is all up in arms about the increase in the price of flour, but you have been making alternatives and we showcased some of them before. But what would you say or recommend to people who are now wondering, what do I do if I don't want to purchase um, an increased flour price?
Okay, definitely. The different flour that I make at Harry's Natural Products is provision that we all grow in our backyard. Some of them actually. Example like banana, a banana tree is very easy to grow. A planting tree is very easy. You can
Mm-hmm.
plant about 10 holes of dash in, you must find some little space to do such, even a whole of cassava. So definitely, okay, you have all these little things. You don't really need much to have some flour, right? If you have like a bunch of banana, probably at 20 pounds, you could get a bake. You could get a nice bake for a family for breakfast or a dinner, right? So even if the costs might be a little costly at this time because of the raw material, right? But think about the things that you have in your backyard wasting. Buck, that's a new flower I have on the market, right? The banana that just get old and fall down and that is it, the birds would feed and that kind of thing. The planting, the birds would feed, you would sell a little bit, you know? So yes, you could have flour in a cheaper way, just as same I would say.
All right. But people have been saying that this is more expensive. That's one of the things the lashbacks that we're hearing is that the provision flour tends to be more expensive than the wheat flour in general. Uh, what would you say to the people who are wondering, does it actually make sense or make a financial difference?
Well, presently, I would say yes, because it's the cost of the raw material to produce 1 pound of flour. But think about it. We want to eat healthier, right? Yes.
Hmm.
So, living healthier, eating, having a better lifestyle in terms of your eating, it is not cheap. That's one. Think about the banana in your backyard. You can make flour for yourself if you really want to go into it. If you don't want, you can therefore sell it at a cheaper price. Therefore, I would be able to give you flour at a cheaper price.
Right. But that's not okay. Sure, tell me how am I using this banana in my backyard to make flour? Because I never made flour in my life. I don't know what the process is like.
Okay, it's not very simple, but it's not very hard. I'm just going to give you a part where you have to wash and peel, slice, you have to dehydrate, it has to cool, and then you put it in the machine to grind.
And the machine being a grinder, or is it a special
Yeah.
machine? So any
Well,
regular
I have a
grinder can
special
do it?
machine for grinding. No,
Ah,
I have a special machine I purchased
right.
abroad for grinding.
So if I wanted to do it at home though, can I use maybe like a coffee grinder or something?
Yes, you will not get exactly, but you'll get very close to.
Ah, nice.
Interesting. So, hi Keisha, Natasha here again. So that was one of my questions too. How are we making this flour? Because I'm thinking maybe, like you said, a coffee grinder,
Yeah.
even a blender and so forth. But honestly, Keisha, how long does it take to make this flour? Because you mentioned quite a process about, of course, the fact that it has to dehydrate as well.
Okay. Okay, it takes me like 2 days to get like about 20, 25 pounds of flour
Oh wow, that's
because I
that's
have the machines.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I also have another question for you because I saw on the screen a little bit earlier you had, let me just make sure I'm not mispronouncing it, mafube flour, is that correct?
Yes, which is also known as buck.
Okay, so I wasn't sure what that was. Now I know what it is. You see, you learn something new every day. You
So
can't know
wait, let's
everything.
know. Let's know.
See,
I just want to be clear on this, Kisha. If we grind up, if we dehydrate and grind up basically anything, we can get flour out of it.
Basically, yeah.
But how does the flour handle differently? I mean, I know that from the experience I had with the stuff that you sent me, I know that the cassava flour handles differently to the breadfruit flour, to the banana flour, to the wheat flour. How do we know how to utilize this flour? And is it that we mix it with the wheat flour? Can we use it on its own? What is the best practice?
All right. Because these flour are gluten, gluten-free, meaning they have no additives to them. They would not just bind on their own. I would use like eggs or coconut oil to bind them together. I would not get really a smooth dough, and it is not going to be like raisin as the normal wheat flour because the wheat flour has gluten, but this flour has no gluten. So it will just like, set a bit and you will roll it out and get a nice bake. You wouldn't be able to make a bread with it because it is not going to be very, very nice to really consume. It would
It'll
be
be a
more
very
like
thick.
hard, but yeah, it would be thick and just hard. But if you make a bake, it is going to be thin, it is going to be flat, so you'd be able to enjoy it much better.
Ah. Okay. All right, all right. I hear what you're saying. I,
But
I think the
therefore,
challenge.
if you want from the inception to try just adding probably to 1 pound of the gluten-free flour to like about a cup of the wheat flour, yes, you'll get it to raise.
All right, so then we end up having to use less of the wheat flour then. So it's not that we're eliminating it, but we're
Right,
just using less.
right.
Okay. Now I know that you wanted to do some giveaways this morning, so I want to let you do that now because we only have a couple of minutes left before we have to wrap up.
Okay. My first question to you is
Wait, before you
to
give the
you, the
question, tell
people,
people how they win in. Tell people how they win
right?
in.
One of the prizes would be a breakfast that I'll be having on the 1st of July, which is next Friday at Garden Side. So you'd win a ticket. That is
Right.
one of the prizes. And the other prize, you'd be able to get 2 packets of flour of your choice from Harry's Natural Products.
And what do they have to do to win?
Right. You have to comment on the original post, go on the Facebook page, like the page, comment your answer on the original post, and tag 3 friends. So you
And
must like the post
this is Harry's Natural
on
Products
Facebook,
page on Facebook.
on Harry's Natural Products page on Facebook. You must like the page, you must comment on the original post, and also tag 3 friends.
All right. So go ahead with the question.
Right. Can you name at least 6 types of flour produced by Harry's Natural Products? I'll repeat. Can you name at least 6 types of flours produced by Harry's Natural Products?
Mm-hmm.
So that's your first question.
Right. And then the second one. Because I
Right.
assume that people
What?
gonna rush up to the page now and answer both questions one time.
Yeah. Well, it's the first correct answer
Right.
would be the winner. The
All right. And
first person to type the correct answer in the correct way.
Ah, nice. And give
Yeah.
me the
You must
second
have
question.
everything on point. The
And the
second
second
question,
question.
what is gluten-free flour and one benefit of it?
Oh wow. All right. All right. All
What
right.
is gluten-free flour and one benefit of it? So you all can go to the page now, follow the rules, and you are the winner.
All right. Well, Kesha, I want to thank you so much for joining us on the Now Morning Show again. I know everybody's going to head across to the Facebook pages now, so you better keep your eyes tuned to make sure you see who's the first person to post, huh?
Yes.
All right. Well, do enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining us here, and all the best going forward. I know that you already
I'm
set up.
very grateful to be here again.
Yeah, man.
And thanks
All
to
right.
TTT for having me all over the world.
Not a problem at all. Do enjoy the rest of your day, Kesha. Take care.
Yes, I rock us. Have a good day.
All right, thank you. That's Keisha Harry, the owner of Harry's Natural Products. She's sharing with us some of the products that they have, as well as some of the uses for alternative products to wheat flour. She have a whole wide range of flour. If you know at least 6 of them, you can head across to their Facebook page. She giving away things, a breakfast. She giving away 2 packs of the flour, all kind of back and that. And Tash, you can't win. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So all I
know.
can say is everybody definitely go on the Facebook page. That's all I'm gonna say. That
We take a quick break, and when we come back, we get into the THA budget with Tobago Civil Net. Stay tuned.
I may not be